Hi, and welcome back. You're on the market for a third-row SUV, and you didn't want to spend quite as much as a luxury vehicle, but you wanted something that was nice with the latest technology. Perhaps you're considering the Hyundai Palisade. Of course, this is one of the top-level Palisades, and the thing I want to show you on this vehicle is something new that's coming to the automobile industry. It helps you to see what's behind you at all times in a different manner. Who is that guy? That's me in the rearview mirror. Of course, if you don't know where I'm talking, rearview mirror right here. Standing behind the vehicle, vehicle is on, and as you can see, you can definitely see me. It's almost look like it's recording into a camera, which it is. So as I mentioned before, this is a shot of the digital rearview mirror. This is the Hyundai Palisade, and I absolutely love it. Now, I will tell you, there's nothing to dislike about it because it keeps what's important in your rearview mirror. Now, if you do have kids, you may not like it because you can no longer look at the kids in the back to see what they're doing. You know, whether they're putting the bunny ears up behind your head or whether they're, trying to throw something out of the sunroof, you won't be able to see that. That's the only downfall about it. But if you're not interested in looking at your kids, you can get other mirrors to do that. You could do that with your visor mirror. This digital mirror, I absolutely love. If you take a look, the most important things while I'm driving is not in the back seat. If there's no kids in your back seat, you don't need to look at your back seat for any reason at all. You can see exactly what's behind you. There's nothing that blocks your view. One of the key components of past in the automotive industry among past vehicles is the headrest, blind spots. I can't see behind me. I love to look over my shoulder. This takes all of that out of play. And I'm doing it on this road so you can see the dynamics of it and you can see my environment change versus doing it on the highway where you're looking at just strictly cars. Of course, the cars are the most important thing. It's not the wooded areas or anything of that nature. But as you can see here, I can see everything that's behind me with no obstructions whatsoever. So for that reason, I do love it. The only downfall to this is it takes about a day or two to get used to it because the first thing that came into my head, it felt like I was in a box. I don't know why that came to my, first thing come to mind when I first started driving the Palisade here. But yeah, you see everything that's behind you, and it's simply because that's something we're not used to. We're just not used to seeing any of that information like the digital rearview mirrors providing. We're used to seeing headrest and a couple things in the back, that are distractions more than helpful. But absolutely love the digital rearview mirror. And if you did want to change it, by the way, perhaps you don't like it. So don't worry. It's a single camera in the back that's giving you a constant view of what's behind you. But if you don't like it, right up underneath, just take this, push down, and take a look. Now you can see me. Hey! But at the same time, you go back to the normal mirror. So now I can see my headrest. I can see the kids in the back. I can see everything that's in the back there. Now, my understanding with most manufacturers, you will have it exactly like what I'm showing. You have your digital rearview mirror, and at any time you want to go to your regular mirror, as I mentioned before, you can just take it and pull down. If you want to go back to your digital rearview mirror, just take your flip here, just flip up. There's my digital, and then I can pull down again. There is my normal rearview mirror, which you can see that I'm using my phone to record this. Now, if I flip back up, there's my digital rearview mirror. You can no longer see the phone. You can no longer see me. I can no longer say hello with a smile. But you can definitely take a look. You can see the Chevy behind me. And there are a couple key features. So I'm going to come back with this and just show you a clip of what it looks like on the highway. This is my view. You can see my view. You can see my rearview mirror view. I'm holding the camera directly in front of the rearview mirror, but it's not obstructing my view at all. I can see everything that's behind me. And of course, I wanted to show you what it looks like with traffic. You see everything that's going on there. You should always be aware of what's behind you when you're driving. So the fact that it's in view, I can see how someone can say it's distracting because you have something going on, you have motion that may cause you or want to cause you to look up. But it doesn't matter. You're keeping a look at what is behind you. So, and you can see the width of it too, because I'm in the speeding lane, traffic in front of me, as you can see. If you look all the way to the right, behind me, you can see what's in the slow lane. So I can see what's coming up from all lanes if someone is driving overly aggressive. Now, I also want to show you this. So take a look. I'm just going to move this, and that view does not change. So the view stays the same. It keeps what's important behind you. A key feature as well is when you're stopping, you're to stop position, you can see the people in the car behind you much better. Pretty much very clear. All right, as I mentioned before, the only adjustment you've got to make, I'm at a stoplight right now. See how close that car appears to you? I had to make that adjustment because each and every time I was looking and I was like, they're all up in my bumper. But if you think that they're in your bumper, don't be alarmed. Of course, they're not. Because if you go to your camera, you can see they're not. Like, they're nowhere near you, but the digital camera puts them right up on your vehicle. So that is something you will have to get used to. You can also see how I'm in their windshield. Of course, you can't see because they glare off of their windshield, but if the lighting was just right, I can clearly see that person.